Yeah. So let us come to the next example of understand Newton's first law of motion or due to the inertia. So when you are traveling in bus, you may observe very carefully, observe all of you. The third example is very, very important, which we will feel in our real life. Even while you are driving in car also, while you are traveling in car also, that car I will say you next class. Understanding? Now let us discuss this one. When you have seen that, when a car or bus suddenly, understanding, will start suddenly, suppose you are sitting inside your car and your father will start suddenly, then the passengers will fall backwards. Have you noticed it? Have you noticed it? Yes or no? Please tell me. Suppose let
Sir.
us imagine, let us take the
Yes,
bus.
sir.
Yeah. You may see here, observe all of you. This is the bus which we have. Okay. So now you may notice it when the person is sitting inside, or else the person is standing in this bus. Now the bus is in standing position. Let me imagine it is at rest. The bus is at rest. So that during this time, when the bus will start moving forward, the bus will starts moving, then the person who is standing will start moving backwards, will falls backwards, BACK, backwards. Have you noticed it?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no? Now, same way, suppose imagine while your father also, remember, while your father and you are when you are traveling car, when your father suddenly applies the brakes, you will fall forward or backward. When you imagine,
Forward.
yeah, when your father is applied the brakes suddenly, understanding this is the bus, or else you imagine your car, understanding this is your car. So when the brakes are applied, when the brakes applied, when brakes applied, brakes applied, so that what will happen, you people will fall forward or backward, can you able to say?
Forward.
Forward direction. So now why it is happening, can you able to say? By the time we will fall forward direction. So when the body will move from, see, when the bus is moves from, understanding, from rest to motion, we people are falling backward. When the same thing, when the car or bus will start coming, understanding, come to the rest, we people are falling forward. Just we are opposite to the motion of the body. Is it do you notice it or not, Samaya, Manya, Maunesh?
Yes, sir.
Yes, why it is,
Sir,
you may see, particularly bike. If your father will apply the brake suddenly, you people will go and will hit your father. Have you noticed it?
Yes, sir.
Same way, you are sitting in a bike. Your father will start suddenly, you people will fall backwards. Have you noticed it?
Yes, sir.
Why it is happening means, now I will explain the phenomena. So observe very carefully and you people can easily understand, I hope. So let us discuss now. I am the person or you are the person who is standing in the bus. So this is my bus. Just imagine, I will draw the open bus. So open bus means I can easily imagine bus. Is it okay? So this is my open bus. Okay. So now bus is in rest. We'll start moving forward. We'll start suddenly. Imagine all of you. We'll start suddenly. Now I am standing inside the bus. So now which part of the bus is contacting with me? Observe very carefully. Which part of the bus is contacting with me? When I'm standing, or else when I'm sitting. Speak.
Base.
Yeah. Which part? Lower part of my body is contacting to the bus. Is it yes or no?
Yes, sir.
No. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Now, when the bus will start moves fastly or suddenly, then my lower part of the body is also will gains the motion. Understanding? Lower part of the body, understanding, of the body also, understanding, gains motion, but it will take time to gain the motion by the upper part. So by the time what will happen, my upper part will remain in state of rest. Is it yes or no? So when the bus will start moving
Sir.
suddenly, my lower part will gain the motion along with the bus because it is contacting with the bus, so that my legs will start moving forward. Lower part of the body will start moving forward, but my head, my upper part of the body remains in state of rest. Means in the sense of, it will take some time to gain that motion. So remains in state of rest State of rest, so that you imagine just if I will pull your legs forward direction, automatically what will happen? Our head will fall down backwards. Have you noticed it or not? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, Pradosh is present here. Pradosh is standing here. If I will pull his legs this direction, automatically he will fall into the backward direction. Have you noticed it?
Yes, sir.
This is what happening in the case of bus also. If the bus will start moving suddenly, our lower part of the body will gain the motion, but still our upper part will remain in state of rest, so that we will fall backward direction. Do you understand, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Darun, Maunesh, all of you understanding? Somebody will ask you. By the time you have to explain very clearly. Now, let us take, this is the first case when the bus is moving from rest to motion. So by the time we will fall backward direction. Is it yes or no? Now, imagine your car or bus, again same thing. Understanding? Again, let me take open bus. Now, the person is standing here. The person is standing here. Now observe very carefully. Now the full body, bus is in motion. Bus is in what? Moving bus.
Motion.
So bus is in motion, already started. So we are also, whatever the speed of bus bus is having, the same speed our full body is having. Is it yes or no? Our full body is having the same.
Yes, sir.
Is it yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Now, suddenly the driver applies brakes. Understand? Applies brakes. Applies brakes suddenly. Then again, which part of the body is contact? Which part of the body is contact?
Lower body.
Lower part. So that our lower part of the body will comes to rest immediately. Is it yes or no?
Yes, sir.
The body comes to rest. Comes to rest immediately. But still our upper part is what?
In motion.
Still our upper part will be remains in state of motion, so that what will happen? We will fall down. We will fall down what?
In front.
Forward direction. Do you understanding? Understanding? That is
Yes, sir.
car accidents and all. Always we will hit to the steering. We will hit to the steering, so that on the steering we have some safety one. What is that? Airbag. Have you noticed it? Airbag
Yes, sir.
is present in the cars. Why it is present in front of it? Because during accidents, we will hit the forward direction steering, so that the airbags is present. Because when we apply the brake suddenly, understanding, immediately our lower part will comes to the rest, but still our upper part will remains in state of motion, so that we will fall forward direction. I hope you understand very well. Is there any doubt? Please ask me. Understanding, Amma? Yes or
Yes,
no?
sir.
Yes, this is
Yes,
what
sir.
is called as our real life more example to understand this. Now I have a video also. You may watch clearly, so that better you can understand. Darun, please respond me. Do you understand or not? No response. Okay, I will explain. Okay, so let us watch that video, so that you may understand very clearly. All of you observe this. That is
Inertia of motion.
Inertia of rest.
Certain experiences that we have while traveling in a bus can be explained on the basis of the law of inertia. When a passenger is standing in a stationary bus that suddenly moves, the movement pushes the passenger backward. Why does this happen? This is due to the inertia of rest experienced by the passenger in the upper part of his body. The body is at rest when the bus is at rest. When the bus starts, all of a sudden, the lower part of the body is in contact with the vehicle that started moving, whereas the upper part of the body continues to be at rest because of the inertia of rest. Inertia of rest is the tendency of a body to resist any change in its state of rest. What happens when a fast-moving bus negotiates a right-hand curve on the road? The passengers will tilt to the left.
You understanding?
Inertia of direction is the tendency of a body to oppose any change in the direction of its motion. With the application of sharp brakes, the bus stops all of a sudden and the passengers tend to fall forward. This is due to inertia of motion experienced by the upper part of the body. When the bus is moving, the whole body of the passenger is in a state of motion. A sudden halt caused by the lower part of the passenger's body that is in contact with the bus comes to rest. However, the upper portion of the body remains in the state of motion due to the inertia of motion, causing the passenger to fall forward when the bus stops suddenly. Inertia of motion is a tendency of a body to resist a change in its state of uniform motion. Thus, Newton's first law is also called the law of inertia. Well, now this law should...
Do you understand, all of you?
Yes, sir.
All of you, do you understand or not? So this is what we should call as Newton's first law of motion, or also we can call it as law of
Inertia.
Law of inertia. So three things you should remember. Inertia will be three categories. What is that? Inertia of rest, inertia of direction, and inertia of motion. Do you understand?
Motion.
That is what you should remember. Understand? So first one is what? Inertia of rest. Inertia will be three categories. Everybody now note it down. Inertia will be three categories. So what is the first one? Inertia of rest. Inertia of rest. So this is the example when the car is moving. Understand? When the bus is moving suddenly from rest to motion. So this is the inertia of rest. Understand? Next one, inertia of direction. Inertia of direction. So this is an example when the body is moving in a circular motion. Next, inertia of motion.
Yeah, motion.
Inertia of motion. So this is when the body which is in motion will comes to the rest. So direction, if you want, when the understanding inertia of direction, if you want, you can just imagine the body which is in circular motion. Understanding, always the direction will change. Is it yes or no? Always the direction will change. Wherever you can release the object, it will go in the same direction. So because of it is happening, because of why? Because of law of
Inertia.
understanding. So that is what you should remember. So this is due to the law of inertia of direction. All of you should remember. So that is. So this is all about law of inertia and how it will happen. Newton's first law. So that is why we can call Newton's first law is also known as what?
Law of inertia.
Newton's first law is also known as law of inertia or Galileo law of inertia. Do you understand, Ra? Law of
Yes,
inertia.
sir.
All of you should remember this. So this is all about this. I hope you understand very well. Is there any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay. So that is. Understand, Ra? So now, this is all about the today's class. Understanding. With this, I will stop. Then we'll continue here from tomorrow. Understanding. I hope you understand very well. And tomorrow I will say you a little bit more examples. Understanding. And from this we can make a definition also. Let us end with the definition of this one. And also, have you noticed it? Whenever we are studying this Newton's first law of motion, understanding, as we are discussing the direction also, is it yes or no? Either forward
Yes,
or
sir.
backward, that is. So means in the sense of, is it a vector quantity or scalar quantity? That is what I want. Is it a vector quantity or scalar quantity? Is it a
Vector.
vector quantity or scalar quantity? That is what. Let us finish that one also. So always we are discussing about the direction also. That is why Newton's first law of motion, where we are discussing about the magnitude and as well as direction. That is why it is called as vector
Vector quantity.
What we should say? Vector quantity. All of you should remember. Direction is mentioned always. Direction is mentioned. So that it is called as what?
Vector quantity.
You understand, all of you?
Sir.
Yes or no? So that is what you should remember. Okay. So now let us see now. Newton's first law of motion gives us the definition of force also. So when a force is moving which changes or tends to the change of state of rest or change of state of motion of a body. So that is why if you want to speed, if you want to accelerate the body, you can produce the acceleration or retardation in a body only by applying force. Means according to the Newton's first law of motion. So that is why we can say, understanding a force is a vector quantity which is having magnitude as well as direction. Newton's first law of motion is also Newton's first law of motion is also taking place because of what? Because of force only. Is it yes or no?
Yes, sir.
That is what it is happening. Understand? So now also remember, backer. How many of you are having cars? How many of you are having cars?
Sir.
How many of you are having cars? We have a head restraint. Have you noticed it? Head restraint at the back. Head restraint. Head restraint. HEAD, head restraint. STRAIN. Head restraints. Have you noticed it? Means our seat, little bit height, it is a little bit increases, a little bit like a supportive, we can say, like a cushion it will be.
Sir.
Have you noticed it?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no? So head
Yes, sir.
restraints. What is the use of this head restraints? Have you noticed it? During the accidents, few times we may hit backward direction like this. Is it yes or no?
Yes, sir.
You want picture, Ra? You don't know head restraints? You don't know.
We
Seat
know,
belt.
sir.
First belt is seat belt, as well as next one is head restraints. So what is the use of these two? Can you able to say? Because of to prevent this Newton's first law of motion only. So that is what in the dangerous situations. You may observe this picture. Have you noticed this picture? Both observe. One is seat belt and another one is, this is called as head restraint. Understand, Manya and Famia? Head restraint. Understand? So what is the use of this, brothers? Can you able to say? First photograph, if you will observe, understand. So a person sitting in a car wearing a seat belt. Why? The seat belt provided in a car so that the car stops suddenly. If the car stops suddenly due to an emergency braking, then the driver and passengers are not thrown forward violently. Is it yes or no? If the seat belt
Yes,
is
sir.
not there, we people will hit the steering, understanding, and even we may came outside from the understanding glass window. Is it yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, because of more by the time law of inertia, understanding law of inertia of motion is more, so that we people may came outside if the seat belt is not there. That is why you may see instructions they will give wear the seat belt and prevent the escapes. They will prevent the road accidents. Like that they will say. Have you noticed it?
Sir.
Yes or no?
Sir.
That is what happening. And the same way you may observe, we may having a head restraints. This is what we should call as head restraints, backside of your car. Every car is having this. Have you noticed it? What is the use
Yes,
of
sir.
it? Sir, why,
Sir.
if it is not there, what will happen, brothers? Can you able to say? If it is not there, what will happen? Yalamukil, Darun. If it is not there, what will
Sir.
happen?
Sir, neck will broke.
Yeah, neck will broke. Understanding the neck muscles will broke down. So when it will be happen means, remember, understand. So if you give a sudden jerk, understand. So the head restraints at the back of a person's neck sitting in a car, what is happening means it will provided in cars to reduce the neck injury in the case of accidents. Understand? So particularly suppose effective in rarer impact of accidents means in the sense of when they will hit from the behind, you may see that always accidents is not happening in a front direction. Is it yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no? Few times in movies and
sir.
all, or else in real life also you may see while you are parking your car, or else you are moving in a road. Suddenly from the back side, some other heavy vehicle will come and will hit you. By that time, we will fall backward direction. Is it yes or no? Because our
Yes, sir.
lower part, the speed will increases much, so that we will fall backward. So that these head restraints are not there. What will happen? Our neck will break, so we will die very fastly. So to avoid that injury, understanding during accidents, back view accidents, mainly from when a rare impact accidents. A rare impact means what? From behind. All of you should remember. From behind. Rare view we can call rare. From behind we can call it as understanding. So this seat, what we should call them as? Head restraints, they will protect our neck injuries. Understand? It will reduce our neck injuries. Understanding? In the case of back accidents. Do you understanding, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So that is what you should remember. And also, as we have watched in that video, when the bus will suddenly turns right, we will fall towards the left. When the bus will suddenly turns to the left, we will fall right side. Have you noticed it? That is
Yes,
also
sir.
due to what? Due to inertia. Due to inertia.
Inertia.
All of you. And also you may notice it. Understand? Suppose if I will jump out of a moving bus, what will happen, Ra? If I will jump out of from a moving bus, what will happen? It will also very dangerous. Even people will die, those will fall down. Recently, Karnan movie, you may watch. He will jump from the running bus. Have you noticed it? Karnan.
Yes, sir.
Karnan movie, have you noticed it? Karnan will jump out from the bus. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So what will happen? Suppose, see, when you will jump out from the bus, if it is stop, you may jump, no issues. Understand? When you are jump out from the running bus, what will happen? What will happen? We people are having same speed of bus. Is it yes or no? Running
sir.
bus. We people having same speed of bus. So that what will happen? Suddenly if will jump and if will come contact with the ground. What will happen, Ra? Contact with the ground. So fastly it will comes to rust. Is it yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no? So when we'll jump out from the moving bus, it is very, very dangerous because understanding the man who is jumping, understanding he is having a very high speed as the same bus which having. So then what will happen? The body remains a state of in motion. When you will jump out from the bus also, it will take to understand our body is maintains the same speed which the bus is having, understand, due to its inertia. So even falling to the ground and it will get hurt due to the resistance offered by the ground. So when you will fall to the ground will apply immediately the frictional force, understanding, and it will try to bring to the rust. So that what will happen? You are with the high speed, so that it will causes even death and it is causes for severe injury. So that is why we can say it is very, very dangerous. Do you understanding, brothers? Jumping out from the running bus is very, very dangerous because of inertia of motion. Inertia
Motion.
of motion. All of you understanding? So that is what you can
Yes,
write
sir.
the last statement. It is dangerous to jump out of a moving bus. It is dangerous to jump out from a moving bus. Why? Due to moving bus. Due to why? Moving bus. Due to
Inertia of motion.
Understanding. Due to inertia of motion. Is it okay, Ra?
Yes, sir.
Because by that time, during that time, body is having what? Body has high speed. Understanding, Ra? Body has
Yes,
high
sir.
speed. That is what you should remember. That's all. So all of you please note it down. This is all about the today's class. Understanding. So with this I will end. So thank you all of you. We will meet in the tomorrow. Is it okay, Ra?
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you everybody. Have a nice day. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you.